Hello guys, this is Trojan Lord. Welcome to the channel. If you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button and don't forget to turn on post notifications. And if you're not new to the channel, well, thank you for subscribing and turn on post notifications too if you haven't. If this video helps you in any way, please let me know what you think in the comment section and give this video a thumbs up as it will help my channel. Now let's get into it. Today I'm going to be giving you 10 tips to become pro at close quarter combat or close range fights. Now if you love to hot drop, say you're playing Erangel or Sanok, and you like to hot drop at boot camp or Paradise Resort, you know that there are a lot of early fights and engagements at those hot drop locations. So knowing how to win close range fights or close quarter combat is very important. Now you have to understand that PUBG is not just a multiplayer shooter game or shooting game, it's a game of strategy. So with this in mind, you should know that winning CQC, I'm going to be using CQC for close quarter combat. All right, it's easier. So you should know that winning CQC first off starts from your mind. Ask yourself this question: every time you hot dropped or you were playing with fear in mind, how long did you last? So you have to, tip number one I'm going to give you guys is you should maintain a positive attitude. Okay, so I like to play with the assumption that I am better than everyone else. Is that true? No, I'm not better than everyone else, but that's my attitude. So I play with the mentality of a boss. I maintain a very positive attitude, and this attitude, having this mindset, helps reduces the fear. All right, so don't ever go into a game with fear in your mind. That's tip number one. Now tip number two, don't play under pressure. PUBG is just a game. The worst that could happen is you get killed, you get sent back into the lobby, and you play again. It's a game. All right. Highest thing, you lose rating, you can always get your ratings back. All right. So don't play under pressure. And usually this pressure comes from fear or from not even understanding how the game works. Like you hot drop and you don't understand how to detect enemy positions using the map and using the sounds you're hearing. I'm going to be making a video on that too. So all of this, not knowing all of how to put all of this information together, makes you play under pressure, and this will make you make wrong decisions. Remember I said earlier that PUBG is a game of strategy, so you have to think every move. When you're under pressure, you won't be able to think well. All right. Tip number three: practice in TDMs at least 20 minutes daily to learn how to clutch. So TDMs will teach you how to play in close quarters, how to play with 3 or 4 enemies surrounding you. So you should practice TDMs at least 20 minutes every day. Tip number four: don't ADS in close range fights. ADS is aimed down sights, as you should know, and it means when you scoping on your target or on your enemy. So in close range fights, don't ADS. When you should shoot without ADSing. That way you can see what's in front of you better. If you ADS, your range, your field of view is limited, so the enemy could go outside of your scope and then you are dead. So don't ADS in close range fights. Tip number five: always make counter movements when shooting while still aiming at your enemy. So if your enemy is going right, you should go left. If your enemy is going left, you should go right. Meanwhile, your crosshairs are still on him. You're still aiming on him. So you're moving left, right, and that left, right movement should be opposite of your opponent's movement. Tip number six: don't reload, switch weapons. So I like to use ARs. I like to combine 2 ARs in assault rifles in early game so that I can switch between both weapons and not have to reload. So I don't see the sense in using a Kar 98 and an M4 in an early game in a hot drop situation, because I won't be able to switch unless you're very good at quick sniping, fast sniping. If not, you should use 2 assault rifles so that when you run out of clips on one gun, you don't have to reload. That reload time could be the time between dying or living, so you should switch between your weapons. Tip number 7: take advantage of the crouch, the jump, and the prone button to confuse the enemy. So say somebody is hiding behind a wall, third party picking you, and you want to kill that person. You could go close and jump. The person may not expect you to jump. You have confused the person. Jump, you crouch, then you prone. You have to have mastered how to do all of these, and you should also know when to do them. You don't do it all the time, but when you shoot and you crouch, most of the bullets passes through your head, and then when you prone, you have confused the enemy. The enemy will think you are dead, but you're actually not dead. You're still very much alive. Tip number 8: you should pre-fire. So pre-fire is anticipating where the enemy will be and shooting that particular position. So if you hear footsteps and somebody's coming through a corner, you can start shooting even before the person comes. So it's very important to know how to pre-fire. Tip number 9: always take engagements on your terms. Don't let your opponent draw you in. You should take the engagements on your terms. I'm going to make a video demonstrating this better. All right, so for instance, let me give a practical example. Your enemy, you heard gunshot, or your enemy is somewhere you cannot pinpoint the exact location, and you're playing TPP. That means the person can third party PQ. Yes, so in situations like that, I won't just blindly rush in the general direction of where I've heard the gunshots from. I need to know exactly where the enemy is before I make my move. So always take engagements on your terms. Tip number 10: play FPP to increase reaction time and become better overall. So a lot of people who are very good at some of the Pubg pros you watch on YouTube have been playing FPP games, first person shooter games, for a very long time. So switching to Pubg and playing in TPP makes it cakewalk for them. So play FPP. A lot of us ignore playing in FPP, but I've used it to train and become better, increase my reaction time and all of that. So you should play FPP. If you can win close quarter combat in FPP, it will be easier to do in TPP. Alright, so that's all the tips I have for you today. If this video helps you in any way, please comment, like, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and don't forget to turn on post notifications.